Tensions rise as Russia signals nuclear response to NATO's support for Ukraine. New Delhi, Nov 20. In an escalating exchange of rhetoric, Russian President Vladimir Putin has issued a stark warning, signaling that Russia may resort to nuclear weapons if NATO continues to supply Ukraine with military support. The Russian leader's statement has further heightened global concerns about the potential for a catastrophic escalation of the ongoing conflict. In a blunt message to the West, Putin emphasized that any further NATO involvement, particularly through the provision of weapons and intelligence to Ukraine, could trigger a severe response. If NATO keeps pushing and supplying Ukraine, we will have no choice but to escalate. Russia is prepared to defend itself by any means, including nuclear weapons, Putin stated. This warning marks a significant shift in Russia's posture, with Putin directly tying the use of nuclear force to the actions of NATO. The Russian president's rhetoric underscores the growing tensions as the conflict in Ukraine continues to draw in global powers, with NATO's support of Ukraine becoming a point of contention between the West and Moscow. In response, U.S. President Joe Biden reiterated his position, emphasizing that the United States' support for Ukraine is grounded in a country's right to defend its sovereignty. He warned Putin that resorting to nuclear escalation would have catastrophic consequences, not just for Russia, but for the world. We're not looking for a fight, but nuclear escalation isn't the answer. There are always other ways to resolve this. We've got diplomatic channels, and we can still talk this through, Biden remarked. However, Putin was undeterred, accusing the West of pushing Russia into a corner. You keep arming Ukraine and expect us to just sit by? We can't let this continue. We'll do what we must to protect ourselves, Putin declared. His remarks reflect the deepening frustration in Moscow as it faces continued Western support for Ukraine's defense against Russia's invasion. Biden countered by emphasizing that the U.S. remains committed to supporting Ukraine's defense, but reiterated the importance of avoiding a broader war. We don't want this to spread. We don't want a larger conflict, but we cannot allow aggression to go unchecked, he stated. Despite the growing rhetoric, both leaders seem to recognize the stakes involved. Biden warned that any move toward nuclear escalation would lead to Russia becoming increasingly isolated on the global stage. If you go down that road, you'll find yourself with fewer allies and more opposition. You'll regret it, Biden said. Putin, however, remained resolute. The choice is simple. Respect our borders, respect our sovereignty, or deal with the consequences. We will defend ourselves, and we won't back down, he retorted. The exchange underscores the fragile state of global security as the conflict in Ukraine enters a new and increasingly dangerous phase. With both sides showing no signs of backing down, the international community remains on edge, watching closely as tensions continue to mount. Thank you for watching my video. For more videos, please like, share, and subscribe.